Yo! Right. Here we go. Last time I said I was going to do a playthrough, a walkthrough, a little play session like I did with Volcano. But I've decided against that. In essence, I lied to you. I don't like lying to you. Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's fun. But I don't do it on purpose. I had absolutely no plans for this episode. I still don't really have many plans. I have one plan, but I want to go through stuff that I've done throughout the map. So last time we put down spotting volumes and well, these nodes. Yeah, the area objective nodes. It turns out that I pretty much got them spot on. I've looked at some other maps. They may get changed later on, just because. Why not? Well, just because I'm not really I'm not the AI guy. I don't know how these things really work in levels. So I've never really been shown how they work. Most of the stuff in the UDK I've like basically learned myself. Some things I've been shown. So yeah. Right, I was looking down here anyway, and I quite like this post-processing down here. I was thinking about bringing this to the entire world, or the entire map, then changing the post-processing in the tunnels. But I really don't know, because it's damn bright up here. It's not as bright as walls. Luckily it's not as bright as walls. Walls is really bright. I actually have a hard time on walls because it's so bright. Mainly because I don't really like bright maps. I never really have. Which you probably know if you watch the series. No, I need to fix that. Right, stuff I've done off camera anyway. I've added some more of these. Only one or two of them. I can't remember exactly where I put them. I know I put one there. I think I put one there, and I may have put one in the tunnel somewhere and somewhere else. I really can't remember. I have played with this. Basically, when I imported it, I didn't import it with smoothing groups. When I exported it from Max, I didn't export with smoothing groups, which made some of these transitions really harsh. I also had some really funky shadows going on here. You really couldn't notice them, but they started to bug me after a while. But when I started messing with smoothing groups, I got these massive black patches. Basically, I had no idea what the hell was causing them, so I talked to some of the devs that know about 3D modeling and texturing and whatnot, and they told me, well, it was Matt in particular who told me how to do it. Yeah, Matt's the guy who made some of the weapons. I think he made the flechette rifle. The flechette rifle, I think he made. He might have made some of the other ones. He's been here a lot longer than me. I think he's been here since UT 3 days. But yeah, whatever. So he showed me how to do it. Basically, some of the verts weren't connected because I was using 3 different meshes. Because I was using 3 different materials when I was importing to Max. I needed to control the materials a bit better, but I didn't really know Max back then, so blah 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 blah. Yeah, I decided to group them in SketchUp, and that was a big mistake. I had to regroup them in Max and re-weld everything. Basically, a weld. If you didn't know, a weld is oh god, this is gonna be fun. See these. basically what was happening is this here wasn't connected to this here. It's really hard to see in this, but that's even better. Basically this is made of little polygons and this is, and these two weren't attached to each other. The same as this, this and this, 3 different meshes, and they weren't attached to each other, so I had to fix that. Right, so we fixed that. It looks pretty good now. I've also messed with the material a bit more. I added normal maps and that in. I still need to figure this out because some of this is actually facing the wrong way. Big breath. Other stuff I've done. I can't remember if I've shown you, but I put foliage pebbles in the tunnels. I fixed up some of these lights. These lights actually have lights and stuff on now. I really can't remember what I done last episode. It was like almost, it was a while ago. But today we are doing drum roll crates. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do these crates, simply because well, I'm not sure where to put them. I was thinking about putting one here, maybe one here, and get rid of this one. I'm going to put some in here. The thing is, I want to be able to, I want the teams to be able to get vehicles, basically. If the airstrip and war factory are destroyed, I could put them inside. I could put the crates inside the bases, but I think that'll be a bit unfair. So I can either have one which is pretty much biased to vehicles. I'm not sure if I can actually bias them to vehicles, but having one here will be quite beneficial anyway, so I'm going to dump one there. Crates are actually an actor class. I think they are part of the uncategorized. They might not be actually. Barrel. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's handy to know. I didn't realise we had those there. Oh, that might come in handy later on. Search crate. Here we go. Pickups. Crate pickup. There we go. And we have a crate. These actually act as a node, as a path node, I do believe. Yeah, they do. So I'm not sure how many I'm going to put in, but I want to put one there. Hit F4, and I think, yeah, we can nuke death. I actually want nuke death because I find that very, very funny. No vehicle spawn. We're going to be using no vehicle spawn in the tunnels. I may, in fact I will, yes. I was a bit wary about putting 1 or 2 here. But I will. I'll put 1 here. I didn't realise they did that. And I'm going to put 1 over here. There's 3, that's 3 in the map, but this one, these 2 I need to disable vehicle spawns, particularly because vehicle spawns, I can't have them spawning in the tunnels, so no vehicle spawns. I was also thinking about putting 1 back here, floating on here, mainly because, well, I can't really, no, I'm not going to put 1 there, I'm going to put 1 down here. So yeah, let's just grab this. You can bugger off, I don't need you no more. There's nothing like getting rid of diswanted crap. And we'll put one in the tunnel there. Be handy to get a spy in here for both teams. It's pretty much in the centre, so it's all good. So now, yeah, we have 4. We have 4 crates. There's no point putting any more in, particularly because there's no point putting any. I could put one over here actually. One there. And one here. Well, no, I can't put one there. Can I or can't I? I don't particularly want them outside the bases, so no, let's get rid of these. If they get changed, they get changed. It depends how the map plays. But yeah, I want crates. I might even put one in. No, I'm not going to put one in here because it will give Nod an advantage. It's one thing I never really liked about Whiteout is the crates in the middle of the Tiberian field. Even though they're actually in a spot that you can't take damage, they're in a really bad spot. I don't know why they put them there. They just did. So, meh. Other things to do today, other than the crates, because the crates are done. If you didn't know, crates are actually handled server-side. There's an INI file. You can actually change them in client-side as well, but on a server they're handled server-side. You can change the probability of getting, or the percentage of getting a certain type of pickup. You set your spy, your vehicle, your death, your credits, or the probability of getting credits, probability of getting. I think there's a few different types of credits you can get. I might even be random between a certain amount. I'm not 100% sure how they work, but yeah, that's how all that works. These are actually dynamic, so I don't need to build lights when I place them in the map, because they're not actually in the map. That these boxes aren't actually here. They're like entities. They're spawnable entities. So whenever I put a like a vehicle factory in a map, a vehicle factory would be like a normal vehicle. The map sees it as a purely dynamic object, an entity. And therefore you don't need to build static lights because they don't use static lights. So yeah, that's all good. Other things I need to do. I've got absolutely no bloody clue, to tell you the truth. I didn't really plan this far ahead. So let's just look at the map and see what we need to do. Nothing. We don't need to do anything. That's pretty much the map done. What's that? Oh, that's smoky. Yeah, so I need to build lights. There's still a few concerns with this area volume. Oh yeah, Ripel, one of our programmers, I think he's like head programmer or something, head coder. He's really good at Unreal. He done Ripel Cam and all that brilliant stuff. He actually, I think he made the playable area volume, and he done me a favour and added this wait time, or damage wait. So basically it's a wait time, like that's actually 10 seconds. I may put this down to 5 because I think I told you last time there was a bit of a problem. You could actually go away. You could actually get around here. Well, I've actually put some rocks there, and there's a lot of actuallys in that sentence. You could get around here in about 10 seconds, and there's some other problems with the area volume, or the playable area, play area volume. That needs to be addressed. Well, this map particular, this is the only map that is using it right now. And again, I may have to take it out because of the advantages that are made. But yeah, there is one other thing I need to do, because light mass isn't really taking care of it. A long time ago, when I first put these leaves in, I actually put green lights in, and I took them out a couple of weeks back when I was actually putting more in, more of this foliage, this ivy stuff in, and it hasn't looked right since. So I'm going to put them back in. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that. Yeah, so we just add actor, add point light, done. Then we just pick a colour. We'll pick a very lime light green. Just pick our radius. These are quite big. I want local. And I just want to put these wherever there's ivy. Mainly because it's just not that green. The ivy, the light mass isn't bringing the green out over the ivy, and I found that quite disturbing. Well, not disturbing, but insulting. Because how much time I actually take for the light builds to get made. Yeah, I also put a bit of ivy in here. I may bulk this up a little bit later. Now, as I said, I'll probably be putting more and more stuff in as time goes by. And I just realised I forgot to do stuff. Git. I can't undo anymore. I wish you could pick us of the same colour. But you can't. If I put one down here. It did. F4. I want to take dynamic. Composite dynamic off, because I don't want this affecting players. Well, I may put some lights in here that do affect players, but other than that, I don't want them to affect players. Players or C4 vehicles, anything that uses dynamic lighting. As I asked on the last episode, bollocks, I forgot to take the fucking shadows off. And this is why I name stuff usually. So I want to take shadows off just because the shadows are just not needed. And it adds to all the stuff that I don't want to be rendered later. So yeah, let's give these a name. Ivy lights, and we'll want to take off dynamic shadows, standard shadows, shadows, just enable. We don't want BS. And that's done. Once all this is actually been rendered, this light will actually diminish. Don't need that one. So yeah, it may look like a really in your face colour, even if I up the colour a lot. Once the light is actually built, or the light's built in the map, the in your faceness of it will like go, because it just won't be there. Whoops. This is more, it's just a more of an artistic way of getting nice colours into your maps. I did something like this in one of my go away. One of my first UT3 maps, but I didn't really know about materials and that then, and so I had each light impacting different things, and it was just a mess. When I actually say a mess, it was a mess because of how many lights I had in the map. I had about 500,000 lights. And yeah, I'm getting quite a lot now, but nah, not worried. Does it look like I'm worried? Well, I'm not. So yeah, we got that done. Once I built lights, I'll probably come back to you. But first I want to get all these in, because I need to bulk this episode out. Because I haven't got really a lot of content that I need to do, which I keep saying. I'm getting, as I say, I keep on getting really close to finishing this, but then I find more and more stuff that I need to do, mainly because I'm lazy and I forget about stuff. It's not the fact that I'm lazy, it's because there's always stuff that slips my mind. Even now, there's probably stuff that I need to do that I haven't done yet. And again, I've forgotten stuff. Oh, come here. Where'd you go? Yay! And as I said, I don't want these to affect players or anything dynamic, so that's why I'm taking shadows and stuff off. You'll be able to, if I leave one of these on, you will be able to see it. Whoops! Don't want to be doing that. I'll be doing this. And yeah, let me just go build lights, and I shall be back with you in a minute. See you then. Alright, so I did that, and then I realised I forgot to change the brightness, and I downed the brightness to 0.02, and yeah, I might need to boost it up just a little bit more. Then I rebuilt lights, so yeah, as I said, I might need to boost it up a little bit more. It isn't actually doing all that much at the moment. It's giving a little bit of green here and there. I forgot to put one in here as well. Let's just quickly do that. As I said, I'm going to need to boost these anyway. Yeah, so again, this is why I named stuff. Should be one more. Properties, I'm going to lock that in now. And I want to bring this up. See how much that changed then. Jesus. Yeah, so I should boost this up a little bit more. I want 300. Whoops, that's 3,000. I want 3,000. So yeah, I've done that. Yes, which I forgot to say earlier. I've actually changed these light emitters. I'm not sure if I told you already, but I basically made them so they fade out now. Before they didn't fade out, they had just abruptly flashed in your face. So yeah, I got rid of that. They go out of focus now, over distance, or so it's all good. I do need to do this, which I forgot to do when I put them in, is whoa, didn't want to do that, is these sparkly things. They're actually they're always on, even when you're on the other side of the map. They're always on, so I need to cull them. So let's find the cull rendering. Here we go. Max draw distance. I actually want to put this to about 1,500. Because they don't need to be right in your face. Let's just lock that. Can't see them until they're right in your face. I might actually put them to 2,500. It isn't a long distance. I've forgotten how to get that actually. I might have to be in top view. Oh no, I think I just crashed it. No, it's good. There's a button to... No, it wasn't that. And... did something there. Oh, there's a ruler thing. I forgot what the hell it is. Whatever. There's a ruler button. I forgot. And it just shows you the rule. How the distance between stuff, and I really cannot find it at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna actually build lights, and probably the next episode will be either me fixing stuff or some other stuff or some other stuff again. I got no clue. I got no clue purely because, as I keep saying, I don't really have a plan at the moment. I'll probably end off redoing all, well, not redoing all this, but lifting all this and putting a concrete slab underneath, getting rid of this rock. I quite like this rock here. I may move it out a bit. Put a concrete slab down. And maybe some other stuff. People were saying I should open one of these crates up. I totally agree, but I can't. I'd have to retexture, make a new mesh, retexture it, and I can't do that. It's not in my power. We don't have a mesh with open doors, which is unfortunate, really. So yeah. If you're wondering, yeah, you might have seen this. I put a some CSG behind you because because you can see through these cracks just a little bit. That's another reason why concrete slab's actually quite a good idea. I want to say one more thing before I go. Someone mentioned sandstorm. I actually had the plan in the beginning of making this map. Well, I knew I wanted to do a deserty theme, keep with the original canyon. I also wanted to bring in the sandstorm from Unreal Tournament 3. In UDK there is an Unreal Tournament 3 demo, and the sandstorm map is actually a part of it. I'm not sure if the sandstorm actions are there, the Kismet and all that. I really haven't looked into it. I may have a look into it, but yeah, we'll have a look at that. I got a feeling that it's going to be dropped. If I do put it in, it probably will be dropped by the other devs. Purely because we don't want dynamic maps. If you remember Lakeside, in Beta 1 and I think in Beta 2 there was well, I think it got changed in Beta 2 and it got taken out in Beta 3, but there was an instance where you could trigger an earthquake. Well, in Beta 1 you could trigger an earthquake. In Beta 2 it got triggered via killing set buildings, and the center infantry path, the one that goes from ref to ref or refinery to refinery, actually like the rocks would fall or disappear, basically making the path obsolete. You can't use it anymore. We took it out because it's just too dynamic, and I got a feeling that a sandstorm is going to make the map too dynamic as well, because if I put a sandstorm in, you're not going to be able to see in front of you. And yeah, and there's a few ways I could do it if I did implement it, but as I said, it's probably going to get taken out, so I don't feel like it should be put in. I should also mention before I go that Volcano, the original plan on Volcano, I think I mentioned it in the Volcano episodes, was I was going to have some lava bombs falling and whatnot. I actually did make that, believe it or not. I did make it. I had it working somewhat. I couldn't destroy vehicles with it. Vehicles takes some weird damage that I couldn't bombard it with a movable damage volume. Basically, the movable damage volume didn't work with them, but I could kill infantry and that. So yeah, that's one reason I skipped that out. I didn't want to show it because I didn't want to show things that weren't going to make it in. Pretty much what you saw in making a volcano is in Volcano now. There is a few tweaks that I never said, like the tunnel the tunnel walkways are actually widened, and the main tunnels for the Tiberium cave were actually doubled. I had to double the width of them so we could fit 2 harvesters down. And not because we used 2 harvesters, because the harvester freaks out if it can't find a path, if something blocks its path. The same thing was going to happen here. That's why I had to make this entrance a lot larger. This is actually about double the width of the original. So yeah, that's one reason why we did that, and I don't know why that's happened. Let's move this over here. So I'm putting that there so the harvester doesn't go. Yeah. Anyway, so comments, new maps you want to see, Ren-x or not Ren-x. Hopefully Ren-x and something I can use, or the community can use later on. I probably won't do a team deathmatch map because I might do an infantry only map. I might bring Treetop back. Treetop was actually the original, my original Renegade X tutorial that I made. You can find that in my channel somewhere. It's all good. Yeah, it's the commentary is actually worse than making a volcano. As I said, I only got a decent mic a couple of months back, basically just after the making a volcano. So yeah, it's all hissy and crappy. My missus is typing in the background and stuff. It's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna actually call it now, as I don't have a lot of time to render up. Any comments are good. Any suggestions on later maps? Cities? No, I'm not doing city. I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it for months. I don't think I'm the right person for the job. I really don't. As I said, the next map I really want to make is well, I want to make a custom map, something new, something that hasn't been played before. The only other map that I've made which is like that is X Mountain, but again, that was actually a remake of an original map I made for the mod. But yeah, and I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now, and on that note, ta-ra.